So, Mark, I feel like I have a big case. I have severe injuries, and I'm considering, different attorneys. Can you tell me, from your experience, what makes you the best attorney to handle my case?
Well, Edward, I wouldn't presume to say I'm the best attorney to handle your case. That's a judgment that you'll have to make after you've interviewed various attorneys. I can tell you that I agree with you. You do have a big case. And in doing your due diligence, you want to talk to lawyers who have handled a number of big cases in their career and are comfortable with big cases and know how to work them up or try them properly. So I was looking over my website, which is pretty thorough, and you might want to go to my website yourself and review some of the testimonials from clients and some of the summaries of the cases that I've handled. Now you've got to understand that most of the cases that I've settled, the very large cases, are settled with confidentiality agreements. So I can't tell you who the parties were that were involved. I can tell you about the results though. So over the last 37 years, and mind you, about the first third of my career was as a criminal defense attorney, I've had 20 cases of over $1 million. And many of those have been multi-million dollar settlements or verdicts. So 20 cases for one lawyer in one career is a lot. I've had over 100 jury trials over the years, and that's important for you to know. The reason that's important is the insurance companies and the defense lawyers are familiar with my reputation. I'm AV rated with Martindale-Hubbell, and I have a 10, a perfect rating with AVO, double board certified. So I have the reputation of being able to handle a big case and handle it well. So just going over some of the cases in my career, $3.6 million trucking case just last year against a big trucking company where the truck driver fell asleep in the middle of the night and was on cruise control. $3 million settlement last year, abdominal surgery mistake. $7 million medical malpractice settlement where a man was blinded in surgery due to an anesthesia mistake. $6.9 million for a young boy that was rendered paraplegic when a Gwinnett County ambulance crossed the center line and struck his vehicle head on. $4.5 million failure to diagnose bacterial meningitis. $3.75 million failure to diagnose a spinal infection following back surgery, resulting in paraplegia. $3.4 million settlement, lady seriously injured when rear-ended by a company truck. $3.1 million settlement following a laparoscopic hernia repair that resulted in a terrible infection in a man's belly. $3 million settlement, failure to diagnose a bean being sucked into the airway of a little child at daycare. $3 million settlement, failure of doctors to recognize that a lady had pernicious anemia, which is a vitamin B12 deficiency, which resulted in her becoming paraplegic. $2 million construction settlement where a man fell through the roof at the Phillips Arena and uncovered air conditioning hole during the construction. $1.5 million verdict out in Thomas County, young man injured while doing community service work for the state. $1.4 million single male death and trucking negligence. $1.3 million settlement, steel worker falls while building a gymnasium. And I could go on and on, but you can take a look at all of these on my website.